you very much for your time. Shall we start with Chagos? First of all, can you just tell us where is it? And secondly, why is it so important?
Sure. Well, just to kick off, how really lovely it is to be on this podcast. I have listened to it, and I'm really thrilled to be having this conversation with you. So the Chagos Archipelago is a group of about 58 tiny islands in the middle of the Indian Ocean. It has always been territorially treated as part of Mauritius, which was a French colony until 1814, and then became a British colony until 1968, when Mauritius attained independence. But 3 years before Mauritius attained independence, the United Kingdom decided the government of Harold Wilson decided that it would accede to a request to give one of the islands, Diego Garcia, on a lease basis to the United States as a military base. And in order to achieve that, it did two things. Firstly, it separated Chagos from the rest of Mauritius and created a new colony, the British Indian Ocean Territory. It will be seen as the last colony the United Kingdom ever created, and it's the last colony in Africa, hence British colony, hence the title of the book. And the second thing they did, having created, as it turns out illegally, this new colony, it also decided, as if things could not get worse, to remove the entire population. And over a period of 3 or 4 years, from late 60s to 1973, 2,000 human beings, all black, all descended from enslaved people, were forcibly removed, deported to Mauritius and Seychelles. That, in a nutshell, was the story.
And you've written this fantastic book about it. Just tell us a little bit about the ICJ, the International Court of Justice decision, and what's happened to the people from the Chagos Islands since.
Sure. Well, I mean, I as you'll know, have a sort of double life, putting aside the writing of teaching, which I still very much love, and writing academic books, and working as a barrister occasionally. In one of the cases that I was involved in, I'm not independent on this issue. I'm not impartial. I've been counsel for 12 years. I'm still counsel for Mauritius, and it's very clear that your listeners understand that. I've tried in the book to be as balanced as I can, but on occasion I'm so sort of infuriated by what's happened that I let my emotions hang out there. I was on holiday in the spring of 2010, actually skiing in France on a chairlift when my phone went. I normally don't pick up my phone when I'm on a chairlift, but the number seemed interesting or different. And it was the Office of the Prime Minister in Mauritius asking whether I'd be part of a team in Port-Louis in Mauritius and around the world to bring proceedings internationally to recover sovereignty by Mauritius over the islands and allow the Chagosians who'd been forcibly removed and who wanted to return to be able to return. And so for the last 10 years, I have been engaged in that exercise. It's been fascinating because it's a sort of first-hand seat at the UK's place in the world, and we can no doubt talk more about that momentarily. But there were a series of cases culminating in a decision of the International Court of Justice in February 2009, ruling unequivocally and without dissent on the merits, all 14 judges, that the United Kingdom was in illegal occupation of the Chagos Archipelago, that it had to leave forthwith, and that the Chagosians had the right to return. And that has been the position ever since. It's been recognised now by the United Nations, by almost all countries in the world. We're in the end game, really waiting for the United Kingdom to come to a final settlement with Mauritius. I should say, Mauritius, I think very wisely, has told the Americans and the British, if they want to be involved, that the military base at Diego Garcia remains. They've offered a 100-year lease. Mauritius has also invited the United Kingdom to contribute to the establishment of a lawful marine protected area with all Britain's science and technological skills. There are Cambridge scientists who are involved in it, and I know everyone wants them to continue to be involved. Relations between the two countries are excellent. So I'm mildly optimistic that we may be reaching the end of this horror story.
And what's happened to the people from the Chagos Islands? Because am I right in thinking there's about 3,000 of them living in Crawley?
Well,
and so why Crawley?
There were about 2,000 who were living on the islands, and they were all forcibly removed between 68 and 73. and they were sent to Mauritius and Seychelles. And there was an issue for some of them about their nationality. Some were given British nationality, and those who were given British nationality, very few, decided actually they'd like to exercise their rights to go and live in the United Kingdom. And so